What is up, guys? Back in today with the final reaction to Another. I'm not going to make the same joke I made in the last episode. Looking forward to this though. This is the OVA special, which I think aired after the series, but is set before any of the events of the season. So looking forward to this, and I did read a bit of the synopsis, and it does look like it will be covering Misaki's Mei's sister and their relationship. So looking forward to seeing this. Probably gonna see how she did die as well. I'm not sure if we were told throughout the series, but if we were, I have forgotten, so apologies about that. Do let me know what you guys think about this special episode down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with any of my reactions. What I'll be watching after this, I'm not really sure. Again, at this point, I haven't even uploaded like episode 7 of the initial series, so yeah. I'm thinking about Serial Experiments Lane, Ayakashi / Mononoke, I've heard really good things about. And there was another one. Oh, little outfit. And the other one was Paradise Kiss. So I'm like torn between those three at the minute. So I'm assuming that's May's sister, considering the eye patches on the other side. That is a very common common legend, isn't it? Or myth, probably more accurate. I don't think I've ever seen anyone that looks like me though. People say people look like me sometimes, but what it really usually is just they've got a big nose. Like me and that person both have a big nose. I think I'm a bit weird looking, to be honest, in terms of like, I think I'd really struggle to find anyone that looked like me. Again, I like their little outfits. They obviously look like little dolls, don't they? Didn't see anyone wearing any of this in real life. Oh, we got the opening. Yeah, they're cute, aren't they? Yeah, as I was just saying, I don't think I've ever met anyone that looks the same as me. Which I guess is a positive, but it's also like, if you guys know what I'm saying, like, yes, luckily there's no one massively ugly that I look like, but there's also like no one good looking that I look like, if that makes any sense. It's like, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't really know. It's weird as well, because I'm not really truly cognizant of my origins, to be honest with you. Obviously I live in the UK, but my dad's side of the family were Romani gypsies, so yeah, I'm not really sure what that means. I think I definitely take after looks wise from that side of my family, but I'm not sure. I haven't really ever looked into like the origins of stuff like that. My dad's really interested in that kind of stuff, but yeah, and that's why I probably don't look quite as English. I used to get called Mexican when I was a kid and stuff, probably because I had a moustache when I was like 13. I wouldn't say I got bullied, but I didn't like being called just like national, like I wouldn't say it was racist, because again I'm not actually Mexican, but I got a bit of a feel, I guess, for what it's like a tiny feeling of what it's like for someone to be prejudiced against their race. Even again, this is someone that's not even that racist. Like, it didn't even really affect me, but it's just like having kids call you names is not nice. So when that even like moves to adulthood and you've got adults doing that shit, it's like, yeah, crazy. Yeah, I kind of like that as well. Classic. Oh, I suppose that is quite handy actually. I guess it was more of a case of like they're not calling me my name. It's just the Mexican. Is what it was. And yeah, maybe it's because I didn't feel like I had an identity in a sense. Perhaps I don't really know. But then I shaved my moustache off, and I got reasonably kind of popular in school. Did it off with girls and stuff, and yeah, went for a bit of a popular phase, I guess. Stopped getting called that inevitably. Again, I like that as well. I mentioned this earlier on in the series. I used to have a girlfriend that had two different color eyes. The only person in general, woman or man, I've met with different color eyes. Nice shot. And as I mentioned earlier, with my dad's side of the family, a lot of them used to run fairground rides and stuff and take them all over the country. So I was quite lucky as a kid. I used to be able to like go on all the rides and such for free. I used to really enjoy that. Is it? I mean, I guess it's a little cute in a kind of ragged sense. But yeah, one thing I got to know was that all of that kind of stuff there was obviously rigged. It's a cold place, cold energy. And like I've got a lot of cousins. I think I've got over like 20 cousins or something crazy on my just on my dad's side. There's always a bit of a stigma about gypsies and such as well. I didn't like. People always like insult people by calling them that, and yeah, it always felt a bit weird to me as well. Not yet. I hate those dolls though. They're my least favorite ones. I'm not sure I've seen the one on top before. Also, recently I've seen like that doll that they just spoke about there. Seen like images of some like very similar angels with like a bandana over their eyes. Must be some symbolism. Don't know what it means myself though. No. Not good vibes down there, is it? May makes a pretty good point about that, to be honest with you. I mean, I know there's no like supernatural element to them now. It seemed like there might have been towards the start of the series. Um, but like just in terms of yeah, they're empty. It is almost a bit soul sucking and draining. And again, like even in the real world, I'm talking about here. I mean, I know there's no supernatural element, but I could see how that would again like all these empty, hollow, human-looking like things around you. I can understand again how that might be like draining psychologically. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to word, but I can just see that making sense if you know what I mean. Oh, oh dear. So again, some fan service here. Because I'm not a massive fan of stuff like this. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, yes, it would be interesting to kind of see yourself naked, I guess. It's kind of like looking in the mirror and like taking a photo. Have you ever noticed how different I, especially, look very different from? I think I look decent on camera. On photos, I think I look absolutely terrible. And in the mirror, it's like 50-50. Sometimes I look good, sometimes I look like absolute trash. It's weird how different you look from like perspective to perspective and on different devices. So it would be good to actually have a look in real life like this. Also, it's pretty weird. It's not even inbred because it's like essentially you. I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, I guess it is inbred in this case because they are sisters. But yeah. Never met that though. It just happened. Again, this episode's been far too kind of nice so far, hasn't it? Well, as a kid, I never got any allowance. I always kind of envy people a little bit that did get allowance, but yeah, I got a bit of money every now and then when I asked for it. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of always wanted an allowance, if you know what I'm saying, a weekly amount or something. Oh shit, she's saying the color of death. You know, I would have that thing wrapped up. It would be horrible. I mean, yes, it would be helpful to know, I guess, who's going to die, but it's also horrible. Like, look at her reaction there. I know you're going to die. I'd hate to just walk past some random person, just like, again, even if I didn't know them, just like, no, well, you're gonna die soon. Why do I have to know that? Especially for loved ones like this, it's like, it doesn't bode well, does it? Again, brings up even more fucking Final Destination shit, like theme park. Like that's yeah. Whoever created this series must love the Final Destination movies, surely, or it's just massive coincidence. Yeah, keep yourself in. You don't want any part of your body hanging out. Oh God, here we go. Which ones are going to be? It's a super like understanding young girl when you do think of it, and like stuff like this. Like throughout the whole episode, we've been seeing it, but even like throughout the series, you usually see again, as with all things, there's exceptions and so on. But I've heard from people that used to work in like foster homes and used to get like kids fostered, and just in general, just from seeing like the world, foster kids and such usually have some kind of issues in terms of maybe it's acceptance. They usually have some kind of problem because obviously the situation they're in is very different from what you consider a normal kid and a normal upbringing. So I'm not sure if any of you guys out there maybe relate to this, but yeah, it's quite amazing that she's like so understanding and like over it, I guess maybe you'd say, like over the situation with her being adopted. Again, considering a lot of even when those kids like turn into adulthood, a lot of the issues they face as adults, as with most human beings, a lot of those issues they have as adults are stem from their kind of past, their past childhood, which obviously their childhood was a lot more maybe distressing, maybe yeah, just a lot different from what again you consider like a normal kind of childhood. So it's yeah, it's pretty impressive that she kind of copes with this and has understood this so well. Again, I don't have any experience with that myself. I don't believe I've met anyone that grew up in like a foster home or anything. But I have heard from people that have worked in those environments that yeah, it's a hard environment because you've got no parents. There's no parents to like guide you. Yes, there are other people that work there, but like it's a different relationship. And you can't ever blame those kids. Is the thing. They're a product of yeah, where they came from. So I hear some creaking. Can you guys hear that? It's really faint. Really? Really, bro? I wish you weren't in a diet. To be honest, she doesn't even have to bring her up there as long as she holds on till they're close to the ground. But these Ferris wheels are slow as fuck, so I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I feel like they're like proper close to the ground right now. She's not gonna die. Yeah. Yeah, looks like you did. Super fucking lucky. I mean, how does May not realize what? Like, maybe she was like pure focused. You do get like that when something crazy happens. But, yeah, maybe she should have noticed. Okay. Again, this is a really cute episode. Like, take the fan service shit out of this episode, and it was a really cute episode actually. Surely she's gonna die at some point in this episode, though, right? Amazing, that isn't it? Imagine if this was like America or something, there'd be lawsuits and all sorts. These kids just fucking get out. What the fuck? Just drop dead? Oh, she's. Oh, okay. What happened? What, leukemia? Holy crap. Jesus. Ugh. I know. I hate stuff like this. It just tells you how horrible the world is sometimes. Like that children, and it's all too real, isn't it? The fact that children can get stuff like this, awful. I hate a lot. I want to. I don't know if I'd say it's like a guilty pleasure. It's not really a guilty pleasure, and I don't like. I don't usually go out of my way to watch stuff like this, but especially during like the Christmas period and New Year period and such, you see a lot of videos of like big sports teams, for examples, and like famous people and yeah, doing like Make a Wish and stuff like that, and meeting kids that have these issues. Don't know what like. Again, I won't go out of my way to watch those videos, but if any of that like comes up on my Twitter or anything, I'll usually like give it my like undivided attention for 10, 20, 15 minutes, however long it is. And it always makes you really emotional. But don't know what it is about it. Just like it makes you feel really emotional and terrible. It also like you have a massive smile on your face that just like these suffering kids get like this awesome experience before anything like bad could happen or anything. It's just I don't know. There's something like really quite fulfilling about watching that, but also again, it's like it's so bittersweet because you know that this kid is dealing with all this at such a young age. Like even as an adult, I'm terrified of anything like this happening to me because of how hard it would be to deal with them. Now imagine a kid. I wouldn't say I've had anything to deal with really. Some of these kids go through things that I couldn't even imagine, and it's just horrible to think about that. That's why I'm always quite. That's why maybe it feels like a guilty pleasure, because it's awesome seeing that, and it's really lovely seeing videos and such like that. But I guess the guilty side of it is that I always do feel guilty for having such a kind of like blessed life with no kind of medical issues or anything. Whereas these kids are just right from the off destined to go through all this, and yeah, feels terrible. Apologies about that. Just thought I'd yeah. I just hate seeing stuff like this. So is that how she dies then? I guess this leads us. Yeah, I guess this kind of leads us to the scene that we saw with May in the first couple episodes with her doll leaving the hospital. Why are those dolls looking like that, by the way? Yep. Got the doll in her hand. Oh, there's Koichi. So he met her just as her sister died. I mean, we knew that, to be fair, but I mean, it feels a bit different now that we're seeing this, doesn't it? Oh, thank you guys for letting me know about the fourth floor thing as well, by the way. And yeah, like I mentioned in the intro, there's some kind of symbolism that isn't there. I don't understand what it is, but I've seen that like in like Persona. There's like a Persona that looks exactly like that. Like yeah, there's a seen that depiction a few times on like angels, so on. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I will just skip to the end, see if there is anything at the end here. Looks like there is a little scene. That was really good. Again, fan service shit apart, I really don't like that kind of stuff. Well, they changed the ending. Oh no, they didn't. Yeah, really don't like that stuff. But apart from that, it was a really good episode, wasn't it? So I will just Google that quickly again. I feel like some things I can really easily get symbolism wise. Some things I obviously can't. So I will just Google. Hopefully something comes up. It's like watching a fucking what's it called? The guy that made Us and Nope and I can't remember what the original one's called. But Jordan Peele. It's like watching a Jordan Peele movie. Like it's nothing but fucking symbolism and yeah, metaphors. Um, Symbolism behind angel with a shotgun. Angel with bandana over eyes. Weeping angels. Sorry, guys. I was gonna say that just reminds me of Doctor Who. Yeah, it's a Doctor Who fucking thread. Those episodes are terrifying, by the way. Like the statues of angels, and when you look away, they move. I always really like that episode. I'm not getting any answers here. Symbolism behind angel with covered eyes, perhaps. Get the answer from the AI. Yeah. The blinding glory of God and the inability of angels to look directly on God. Cherubim. All of these terms I've heard from Digimon, by the way. Cherubimon, Seraphimon, Ophanimon. There's so much, again, when you look into stuff like that, like Digimon was just like cool monsters as a kid, but when you really look into stuff like that, there's a lot of like deeper stuff in there, isn't there, as an adult. I'm not really getting too many answers here, apologies. It's about some kind of like blinding light. There must be some kind of something more to this that I'm not like. Yeah, who knows, maybe it's just about the fact that, I don't know, like that she's calling her sister like an angel, but like she can't look upon her. I don't know. If any of you guys can help me, that would be very much appreciated. Like I said, there's symbolism that just doesn't like compute with me sometimes. That I know is symbolism. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, really good episode. Lots of really cute moments in here. I like the fake out with the with this. This is actually really well done, I think. Although I guess I did again see it coming a little bit, just because again, being a horror fan from like the 2010s, that era had a lot of fake outs and stuff, a lot of loud bang jump scares that led to nothing. So I'm used to stuff like that, but I can understand when it's done really well, and I think this was done really well. Like I say about like jump scares, I'm a fan of jump scares if they're done well. More often than not, they aren't done very well. Well, I hate those dolls. But yeah, I thought that was a really well done little fake out there. Although it was really quite depressing seeing how it all actually did end with seemingly her leukemia getting the better of her. It was also really creepy. The dolls were just like looking at her, looking down at her like this. Like the expression on their faces was quite disturbing, wasn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, the middle portion here with the fan service stuff, really not a fan of all that. But if you cut that out of the episode, I think this is actually one of my kind of favourite episodes of the series. It was very different from the usual episode in the series, but I really like the kind of slice of life, just seeing the sisters getting along. And yeah, just seeing their relationship, seeing these cute little outfits. Really like stuff like that. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to let me know what you guys thought about this final episode down in the comment section. I say final episode, it's called episode 0, so it's, yeah. I guess you could watch this before the series starts, but I feel like that would probably be a bad thing to do. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that would give quite a lot away about May. And my initial thinking for like at least like 3 or 4 episodes was that she was a ghost, so that very much wouldn't have been the case if I did watch this. But again, let me know what you guys want in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys with my next series. Like I said, I'm kind of stuck in between Serial Experiments Lane, which looks very interesting. I think it's a psychological type anime, so it seems maybe quite similar in tone to this. I'm not 100% sure about that. Again, I've got no real idea about what that show's about. Paradise Kiss, which is a romance anime from Ayazawa, which I just watched Nana, so that's why that's on the plan to watch list at some point. And the last one was the Ayakashi / Mononoke series. I recently saw that the Mononoke movie that came out this year got massively high ratings, and I went back and looked at like the original series, and yeah, they're really highly regarded kind of horror anime works. So yeah, thought that might be a good choice as well. Like I said, I'm struggling to decide which one to watch, so I'll see you guys with whatever I do end up picking. And yeah, have a good rest of your day, guys.